Hi guys, I want to make a quick video about why I choose to work with Apple and why I choose to love Apple in the first place. So why do I choose to work for Apple is, well, there is one category that Apple is very certain about their product is A, the Apple Watch, B is the MacBook, and C is the iPad slash iPhone, which is an iPad is a tablet anyway. So iPhone is just a portable size where you can use to call someone and do web search, video game, and of course answer emails. Who would use an iPhone to do business? Okay, but well, a lot of hotels they use iPhone because Android can usually crash. That's where Apple excel in their work because Apple created iPhone and not just iPhone. It's more like category. Like why Apple is the best company to work for is, well, the category. You have to know what is the Apple product, like MacBook or the iMac. I mean, nowadays I don't know about iMac, but I usually go for looking at their very colorful Mac, and their MacBook is very colorful as well. As far as I know, they have skin for every Apple product, and the most portable version of their watch is the so-called micro little mini phone slash watch where you can see clock and miss call, and you can call somebody on your wrist while you go swimming. That's how far I know about Apple. But they are very prioritized about their computer and their so-called price tag. It's because it's waterproof and durable. I also know that Apple iPhone 14 they use some sort of ceramic protection where that thing is heavy and I can crack my hand using that thing to hold for a long period of time. But yeah, based on experience. And top of that is why you choose to work for Apple. Like they will ask you question why you choose to work for Apple. Why you think Apple should take you in as a retail associate? Well, my answer to that is, well, if I'm choose to put Apple as a job, I will definitely say it's based on experience with iPhone, and I use iPhone as a normal language because mostly Apple will want to hear is why you think Apple should take it in. I will say based on recent experience, based on past experience, I have used iMac before in school, and I have used MacBook in at home as a pro, as a laptop. And why you think Apple is a great company? Well, Apple is a great company is because they make high-end product that can be durable and waterproof and to be fun with environment. Like for example, I play video game and my friend play video game. We usually will say Apple will be a very precise platform to play video game at. Yes, and I can agree to that percussion because of the new iPhone technology that they implement and do some changes on. That's where I personally love Apple. They will normally ask you, what do you know about Apple past history? Well, Apple is built in California and designed in California, and most of the product is built in California, but design is fantastic with Apple. And they will ask you question like, how long can you commit in Apple? They will usually give you like ABCD. They will ask you question like, uh, why you think Apple will put you up for how like they'll ask you question like, how long can you commit to work in Apple? And to answer that question, they will ask you ABCD like 21 to 30 hours, or they will ask you B question is you can work more than that hour, but you need to take a particular break, as you know the government don't allow you to overwork. And there will be a three question as pinpoint is they will ask you, can you work 50 hours and above? Usually, I would say, well, it's based on government protection scheme. It's like you have to like understand government will squeeze you if you work more than 50 hours. So 50 hours will X will be the wrong question. Usually I will put as 21 to 30 hours will be the minimum because the government will not be able to kill me and they won't hunt me down because 21 to 30 hours is like somewhat in the mid range and it's the requirement to work in a organization company like Apple. And they will also ask you questions like, uh, why you think Apple should take you in from here on, and what's your job experience like? You normally have to take like a 2 minute question. Like they will do it like Nike style, and Nike style is like 2 minute introduction. Why should you choose to work at Nike? That kind of stuff. Yo, I've been that experience, and I know about it from day one. They will ask you question like introduction and what's your job experience like, and why is the reason why you choose Apple or other company. They'll also give you a time limit of 2 minutes. Like, what's your question gonna be? And they will obviously tell you first. I don't want to hear everything about, oh, well, I like Apple because I choose to be an Apple fanboy. They don't want to hear that because A, it's too common, and B, other people use it. And trust me, 99% people will say, I'm an Apple fanboy, I love Apple, I've been Apple fan for many years. That made me laugh, and I will say in 2 minutes, my old experience and my name. Well, first name start and then your work experience, why you choose Apple, and then they will ask you a question like, why does Apple? What should you know about Apple? And they will ask you question there on, what do you know about retail associate? Well, retail associate is merchandise displacing and displays on merchandise, and of course clean the counter, and of course restock the product like earbuds, Apple buds, whatever it is as a manufacturer. Like you have to understand, they will ask you question A, B, C, D, and they will ask you 2 minute introduction. So the 2 minute, you think, what can I do with Apple? Like, can I clean? I know it's about cleaning. I know about understanding understanding of what customer needs. Apple branding, that's one. And why should Apple always choose you? Apple can choose anyone maybe out of 30 or 100 people that apply to the same job. Don't be discouraged that Apple may not choose you for the job, but you have to understand that there is 30 people or 100 people that apply to the same thing, and they usually will take time to review your situation, why this, why that. Then we have to think, A, I want to be working at Apple because I have interest in Apple and their technology. And B, Apple is a best associate product, and especially as a specialist, you need to know about Apple knowledge. And C, I know about retail associate because retail associate is technically displays of merchandise cleaning and also cashiering and handling iPad and walk-in customer with a smile. That's what they usually will take you in, and 95% they will guarantee you like something, and they will probably ask you to hang around. But well, it's really depends on knowledge. It's based on knowledge. It's based on, are you experienced in a field that you need to step forward. And knowledging Apple based product is from iMac, MacBook Pro, iPad. As far as I know, I use Apple product from company that have Apple iPad to be sending report. And how do I know about Apple product is through company usage, and I use iPad. Most of the 99% I will choose Apple product. Believe me, I will never choose an Android product over work because protection is number one and privacy is number two. And number three, Apple have a statement where its product is privacy. And I like the idea. And they have multiple jobs role, to be honest. And if you have like work in Apple, like actually work in Apple, then they will like ask you, did you apply to Apple before? I will say no because I never worked in Apple, but I used to work in other retail like IT technology associate and then the retail associate as well, because I have to know the knowledge base. I have to man the cashier. I have to learn about talking to customer, greeting them, and get to know the customer problem and needs and wants. Therefore, Apple will be a very good product line. And keep in mind, there is a 2 minute timing, and they will count down from the stopwatch. They will see the clock on the iPhone and start 2 minutes. So within that 2 minutes, you have to categorize which one is your priority answer, and you have to pick the right answer at 2 minutes. And they will say stop at 2 minutes, and there's no more way you can like resubmit and redo that interview, because Apple is straightforward with you, and they will tell you your 2 minutes start now and 2 minutes stops, and therefore you need to like, okay. So once the clock ticking, you need to think fast, like very fast reaction. Why should I choose Apple? Why my name? Choose why? Why this? Why that? You cannot ask question about Apple when you're there. You'll definitely be sitting in the office waiting for an interview when you're shortlisted. And how long does it take Apple to like conduct an interview for, let's say, 100 people? They will handpick your resume, and then it's about 2 to 3 months. Apparently, I went to an Apple store and asked the person, and she said to me, Apple usually get back to me by let's say Apple will get back to me in 3 months. And don't be discouraged about Apple, why they don't want to pick you and things. Well, maybe you said something wrong, maybe you put resume too short, or you have not had the experience. And usually Apple retail associate, you need about 1 year experience, and you have to know about like Apple, like MacBook, iPad, the Apple smartwatches, and other things. You have to know that Apple is a very diligent, expensive phone, and it's always about the branding. It's like Apple is a premium, luxurious car, like Mercedes-Benz or BMW or Tesla. You have to think about that knowledge, and you have to impress Apple that why, and you have to know about their knowledge base. And keep in mind, they also have an Apple car. No joke, they literally sell the Apple car around hundred and thousands. It's like 100,000, 100 million, I don't know, because they're selling the Apple product. Well, you can see for yourself, iMac is usually $5,000. Then they introduce about their little tracking device that costs about 2K, which really sums up something. And you have to use an iPhone to track down where the location at, and they are very accurate. I never used the tracker, but I seen YouTubers that does that. You have to state that as a agreement term that you know about this product, and it's called AirTag. Nobody would know about AirTag because A, want to track you, and B, they usually use it to track their grandma or where they go, or maybe the grandma misplaced, then you can find them by using a And that Apple product is very helpful with the accuracy of location. I don't know how they do it, but they use GPS. They track down grandma and help you get back grandma, and it's based on like how to find your grandma, how to find your grandpa, that kind of story. And then Apple decided to make Apple Tech and AdTech to get you there. And top of that is based on knowledge. And they will ask you question like, why do you choose to work with Apple? And why should Apple take you in? That is our most favorite answer and question. And keep in mind, that 2 minutes is really, really short. And that timing is straightforward introduction. Introduction wise, your name, your past experience, and what you know about retail associate, and why should Apple pick you. And it's based on how the human resource will ask you question like, why you think Apple should pick you. The question will be very, very, very numerous. You have to cut down short and easy is the key point. You have to find answers like why you want to choose Apple out of thousands of company or other company like Nike, Puma, or Adidas, or Tesla, or Mercedes-Benz, that kind of thing. Well, first off, I love Apple product, and B, I'm sincerely appreciate about learning curve and learning technologies as I used many years ago. And the kind of thing, like you have to make up your own question, they'll give you 2 minutes, what's your like Apple preferable working station, or what's your Apple setup at this point, and they have plenty of questions to ask you, tricking question, and well, it's A to Z. They have a lot of it, and most of them don't stick to the book. They will ask you question like why. Then you have to answer them very honest and ask question after word. And do not ask question like can think that you're not very confident, you're not selectable because of this. But keep that in mind. It's based on how you answer the question, and well, they will usually ask you a question, and you have to answer them very fast. That's what Nike did to me, and so is Apple. I do hope this video helped, but keep in mind, if you are applying to Apple in the future, you have to update your resume, you have to go through work experience, you have to go through retail associate job, and then Apple will pick you. Maybe there's a 99% that Apple will pick you because of the resume that you write, that you got customer service, you got eye for customer, you got skill set, you got cashier skills, you got other things. And you gotta keep it short and simple. Let Apple know that you're very serious about the job, and then they will offer you a job. And I did apply Apple from November 5th. Well, the lady said it's about 3 months. Then Apple to me because it's a long period of time. And why? Why is Apple too long? on the country that you apply, and you can apply to United States, and United States can come to work in this particular region as well, and they can choose. They will choose who is the best candidate, and they will usually pick the best. And you are competing with worldwide university students. And experience is always the key point, right? You have to have experience. You have to know about Apple knowledge. And if you are not current with Apple, you don't know about it because they have a knowledge base center, aka apple.com, and you can find that knowledge base there. Like, you expect from Apple, why you choose Apple, and you need to, like, if I'm the candidate or shortlisted on the second day or third day, they will ask you question on the phone, and they will call you. They will usually ask you like a tricky question. You have to keep in mind they usually use not in the book, and they always find ways to tell you, oh, why is Apple the best company, or why is Apple should be chosen, and why Apple should choose you, to be honest. And yeah, I mean, Apple is a very good company, and it's obvious gonna be the best answer. And always there's other job opportunity in Apple, but I myself not good in programming, but I'm a knowledge based on using Apple. I use Apple to design and customize my icon, like what I design. I'm not drawing capable, but I'm definitely saying that I color with Apple. Okay, my MacBook is known for work and graphic work and video editing. So that's part of the knowledge skills that you have. It's a skill set that you need, and Apple will definitely see that. And you have to keep in mind, you want Apple to pick you, you have to go short answer, short and easy and straightforward. Not too big, not too small, just medium, like very medium. And always understand that Apple pick the user by experience, and the history of Apple. And trust me, I'll be honest with you, I have plenty of experience with Apple, and they have history of Macintosh, and they also have history of the Apple mouse, the blue color type of mouse that looks like what I have here. And that's about it. Like, you have to understand the knowledge base. The only key point I listed for an interview, you have to study overnight and know that the knowledge base and what's your product like, and what kind of history of Apple product you know, like Macintosh, Flambook, the iBook, or Apple, the Power PC that look like a grinding cheese device. That is a very short term answer, and you can use any of those in your interview, and they will get kind of shocked and kind of know. But keep in mind, if you have a job interview with Apple, you have to use the short-term answer and know the Apple product because they will pretend to don't know about the Apple product. They will ask you what you know about this and what you know about that, and they will ask you question why and where from and what sort of question, and it's based on their device, right? It's very particular in their interview. So you have to take that in mind. You have to understand question, and you have to know that you have a 2 minute limit, and your answer is based on your experience. It's always best to cut short and tell that you like Apple product, and I used Apple product many years ago. The iMac and the Macintosh. Well, I've seen people that grandpa and grandma use floppy disks stick into the iMac, and it's something you the old generation they know about this. When Apple product first launched is the Mac, iMac, Macintosh, and obvious question floppy disk. And do you know about the mystery of the suitcase Macintosh, the laptop version of the portable PC? And that is very strange. I mean, it's a strange product, but that was launched in California, and I've seen people in that time and era, they use Macintosh in a suitcase. uh, those days are very knowledgeable, and those are history. So it's based on skill set and knowledge base, and obvious answer them with a good question. Don't make them laugh, don't make them cough. They will tend to don't know their product because they will ask you like how you know about the product and what you know about the product and what's your skill set and what's your thinking about why Apple should choose you as a retail associate. It's based on your knowledge skills, and that knowledge base is how the key point you apply to Apple. Well, my answer to the question of the interview, why should I choose, should I work for Apple? If I choose to work for Apple, my my experience with the iPhone, and I have the experience with iMac, and I have experience with MacBook. And don't need to specifically tell what kind of OS you have, or don't need to something about this. You just straightforward, keep going, and that's it. And then you have to know that yes, a product can change, and many OS have been built through Apple OS. The Mac OS, to be specific, is different. And top of that, futuristic device. I even remember the MacBook that had the Mac computer that had a transparent lock in their blue design. The kind of the product line, it's where I stand for it. It's best to have an answer like practice. But also keep in mind, Apple is a very big company, and it's based on is based on what you want and what you need, and obvious obvious answer is keep them smile and tell customers have a good day and greet with them when they come in. There is millions of people that like bought Apple product. You can see for yourself why Apple is a very key point of getting you into a job role and you're paid for that job, and knowing that Apple is somewhat in the category they always like find part-time job. They always have job listing in different environment. And I've seen the United States version. You know, they have plenty. They have 50 states, and they literally have Apple product in Britain. New York have like like five Apple store and things. Yeah, keep in mind is based on experience. They can fly worldwide. And I just have an email confirmation that my resume has been sent to Apple, and now I just have to wait 3 months or more than 3 months. Usually it's 3 months because Apple associate will contact you ASAP, like really fast. And I did Apple employee, and she told me usually they will get back to you 2 3 months because the time period that you apply for and when did you apply or what did you expect from like giving a resume and get yourself to Apple. That is your true, like if it's your like based on opportunity is always best. So just point or recap. Why should Apple choose you? That's that's the very key point you find. And they will ask you question like what's your job experience, your name, your job experience, your experience with Apple product, and what do you think Apple retail associate? What's your idea in retail associate? You have to answer that question as well, and you have to answer based on your knowledge base and blah blah blah. You can use MacBook, you can use iMac, you can use iPhone, and they will use like generation product. And you gotta keep in mind, Apple is a very, very, very big company, and they are top in their technology platform, and they have knowledge base in worldwide, and a lot of those their Apple product, the charming is their, if I can say, I like their ringtone or what. It's straightforward, charm and alert. It's really good to have a ringtone like that, on your devices. And Apple ringtone is the cleanest thing that I ever hear that looks like $1,000 worth of product. And every time I put up the PC, it's always a comes to the screen and where to set up the computer. Well, I know a thing or two about Apple product. It's just based on your knowledge base. And to ask you a question, they'll pretend not to know about their product, so you can like answer them the question. I don't know if they still like hire people to do customer walk-in experience, but I know some company they do like secret shopper, that kind of ideology, and some of them could be employee, or some of them that you don't know could work for in the headquarters in California, and you could get yourself in trouble if you accidentally say something wrong. So keep that in mind, and I have to know about Apple product is based on me really. Like how you want to put it is up to you, and they will choose to ask you a question and get answered. So the key point of things that you'll find is introduction, name, and your work experience, and how many years. And you have to know that why should Apple pick you, or why does Apple have to pick you, or why do Apple have to pick you as an employee? Then they'll ask you a question like why you think Apple is a good company, and what kind of product that you know about from Apple. There is multiple reasons they will give you about this, and I think that's it. I mean, it's always like your best answer could be doing online research and always go into the Apple Store like a regular customer and ask them a question, and they will ask you a question. Don't give the obvious, but obviously choose an answer on your own. There are gazillion of Apple products you can choose from. You can choose to say Apple product only, Pacific Apple, White Apple. That's the key. And best of luck to everybody that applied to Apple Retail Associate. And I also applied to it. I just hope in 3 months I'll hear back from Apple. And I do want to see Apple as a good accessor to what I want and why I choose Apple. So see you guys, and I hope Apple don't trick me into this, but I love Apple and I am not being paid by Apple to do any of this video. I choose it on my own, and I also have to keep in mind that it's a 2-minute introduction. You have to introduce yourself, and you have to like complete all those things that Apple require you use in the interview. And the next step, should you get a job offer, keep in mind you work hard, you gain it, it's your experience, and based on your experience, you have to prove that Apple is making the right choice to put you into the job. So that's it. Now, since I'm done with this video, I'm going back to Call of Duty, so see you guys in Call of Duty.